and what I love the most about our job is the fact that we learn something new about the countries our guests represent.
Yes, and did you know that, for example, Serbia is one of the top producers of raspberries in the world?
Wow, that's so cool. And I've heard that their cuisine is as rich and colorful as their produce.
Exactly, because Serbian cuisine blends so many influences, for example, Balkan, Mediterranean, Eastern European.
Yes, and today we've got the perfect guest who will guide us through it. We are excited to welcome the ambassador of Serbia to Kazakhstan, Vladimir Jovičić.
And his lovely wife, Marina. Let's get started.
Dear guests, welcome to our kitchen. So before we start talk about, different topics, about cooking, about, different stuff, please tell us what we're going to cook today.
Okay, so I'm going to do the talking, and my wife is going to do actually a big part of the,
It's very
of the work. She's, as you know, they say in our region, there was one movie saying that, if the man is a head, then wife is a neck. So, you cannot move with the neck.
Exactly.
So, but jokes aside, we're going to do probably two lightest versions of the Serbian cuisine, which is really influenced by a number of various other cuisines, since we are similar to Kazakhstan, country which is on the crossroads. So historically we have influences from Mediterranean, from Byzantine, from Greek, from Ottoman, from Middle European, even Germanic cuisines.
Very, very rich.
So there's lots of different things. So we have lots of meats, which is again similarity with Kazakhstan, differences in the types of meats we use. But what we are going to do now is, as I said, probably the lightest version.
Yep.
That's the Serbian cornbread, which can be made with or without cheese, and it's called Proja or Projara. And the other thing is the Serbian salad, which also shows all those influences, because if you look at the ingredients, it's very similar to the salads you have like in Bulgaria, Greece, Turkey, other parts of the Mediterranean. Differences is usually in the type of the oil we use, and whether we put cheese, which we don't do, or not.
So vegetables are very common, right?
they're very, very common.
Before we start, I think we should put our gloves on. Before we start, may I ask you, both of you, is it your first time cooking in front of the cameras?
Yes. Well, in front of the cameras, definitely.
That would be a very interesting experience.
Okay.
So let us start. What would be the first stage of preparing a salad?
For the salad, it would be first doing the tomatoes.
Tomatoes, okay, let me...
That's one part. Then the other...
How many tomatoes?
We can type, because they are smaller, we can do the two.
Two, okay, yes. And I can assist you with other vegetables if you want.
You can cut actually one of the sweet peppers.
Sweet peppers.
And I will clean the cucumbers.
Okay.
On this side of table, what should we do?
Okay, we can crack the eggs first, like 4 eggs.
So in the meantime,
Okay,
please
Yes, please.
tell us about your stay here in Kazakhstan. How long have you been here? And
Well, actually, this is still my first year.
Oh, is it your first year?
Yes, I arrived in February. So as people who are really
we have like 4
familiar
eggs.
with Kazakhstan say that I'm going to be now with the second winter.
Yes, yes, exactly.
So I'm not a newbie, as the new generations would say, to Astana winter. But my kids and my wife have arrived just this August, end of August, beginning of September.
Yeah.
So for them, it will be probably new.
The first one, you're like,
I mean, my Marina visited me during the initial phases of my stay here, but it was just, I would say a tourist visit. It's different when you actually, have to
here,
live
yes.
in Astana.
What was your first impression here?
Well, I came from the office which was dealing actually with, among other countries, with Kazakhstan. So in that sense, it wasn't, new.
Yeah.
I was prepared. But as some wise people say, every plan is ideal until it actually starts implementing it. So
Exactly.
it was, different when you see how it actually is in winter. But when it comes to any other thing like interaction and work with the colleagues, it was really, really great experience. And it looks very family friendly for the kids, for the schools, for the family life. So it's really positive.
That's great. Some of your colleagues, they often say that diplomacy is some kind of family business. Is it true?
Absolutely.
She should say.
Yes, everyone is involved in that since the
Yeah.
beginning until the end.
And it's like a little bit of, professional nomadism where you,
Yes.
change locations and you're living in different places.
Yes.
So how is it going so far? I mean, in terms of, living in Kazakhstan, in Astana.
Well, as I said, I really liked it because, for Serbia, generally, not only in a political sense, but when it comes to the general perception, Kazakhstan is perceived as like really friendly country with which, regardless of the geographical, distance and some differences, when you look at the, geography and positions, in a political sense, it's and both in, as I said, everyday life sense, it's really good.
Yeah.
And it's much easier when you're working in a country where you actually have a lots of understanding when it comes to both to everyday life and your interaction with the colleagues in the institution. So, as I said, for me, it was really great experience. But I should let Marina maybe say something.
Yes.
I mean, it's interesting. It's different since I came in February this year. Everything was under snow, frozen, and I arrived here. I said, "Look, you have so many colors, so it's not so white." But it's nice. It's nice. It's very friendly, actually. People are very. They look close as a characters, but they're very open, actually.
But I guess the hardest part of this lifestyle and job is being far away from home, right?
Yes.
And do you miss home?
For the moment, not yet, because we just arrived. But maybe a little bit later. But you feel home wherever your family is.
Oh,
so
yes, it's true.
So this is most important.
Did you have a chance to travel somewhere, to go somewhere outside of Astana? Locations?
Yeah, we
did
had
you
the
find,
opportunity
like,
with my husband to visit Pavlodar.
Pavlodar,
Yes.
Bayano, yeah.
Bayano. It was very interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
I went to Yurta, so it was very interesting.
So experiencing the lifestyle, the nomadic lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Wow. Super.
So we can add a little bit of regular flour.
But you said it really correctly. I mean, diplomatic life is sort of nomadic life at the same. And that's really well defined.
So while you're making the salad, could you please tell us what is happening right here for our
So
viewers?
now we are preparing the other part of the dishes that we use regularly, as my husband said, on Slavas and every other celebration. The name is Proja, actually Projara, because the old recipe, traditional, it's like only water and flour. That means when the people didn't have that much to put inside. But now we have upgraded version. So we add regular flour, corn flour, oil, baking powder, eggs, and we will add for the end chopped cheese.
So it's
I love
a
cheese,
quite popular recipe in Serbia.
Absolutely, every time
you can find in
everywhere, even in the bakeries. When the people go and buy. Yes. cooking pan is supposed to be a little bit oil.
Yes.
Or if you have a non-stick sprayer or paper, and you can add inside. And we need to prepare the oven like on 200, 180 Celsius, and we can cook it like around half an hour. And that's it.
So, could you please tell us and our viewers what should we know about Serbia? What is the best representation of Serbia? Because I know, for example, like your capital is considered to be one of the oldest cities in the Europe.
Yes.
So, what else?
Well, Serbia, as I say, in a sense, is a country which is placed really much on the crossroads in our region, and it's very similar to the position that Kazakhstan has here in the Central Asia. So Serbia is a country that have gone historically through a lot. We had a really turbulent history, but right now what we are trying to do is to be a country which is really center of our region, which can be both in the sense of economy, investments, fast development and modernization, one of the hubs in the region. When you look at, let's say, some contemporary people that are really well known, you would probably hear about Novak Jovičić, who is a famous tennis number one, and who is in lots of senses sort of epitome of our mentality, even when he goes against all the odds. Then there is also another sportsman called Nikola Jokic, who is the famous NBA player, and he was like, I think, already 3 times MVP within the NBA. So when it comes aside from this political economy stuff, we also try to attract people with tourism, with culture. As you said, Belgrade itself is one of the oldest inhabited capitals in the history. When you would come to Belgrade now, some people might be angry at me, but having in mind that the place I've been, some of the colleagues that came, like, Belgrade, it's not, the girl you fall in love immediately, but you will, eventually fall in love and sticks with you. It has sort of a grit, and it has sort of like, adaptability, because it was built and raised, I think, over 40 times, because it was place of the battles and place of the really tough history for centuries.
So what would be our next stage here with our cooking?
So, okay, I took the easy part, as the husbands usually do. So we just have to spray it with some salt and with, now I'm going to check, should I do the regular or
you can do also.
So she's giving me a pass. So
okay.
So we can have oil and some salt, and we'll just mix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for us, that's it.
Yeah.
So I think that would be. It's not working.
You should open it.
Yeah. I have to open. That's the only thing. It's still not going. It's going.
It's going. Yeah, great.
But it shows why my wife is here.
It's chef here, yes.
The main chef is actually on the right side.
Yeah.
So for this part, is it time for this dish to be
cooked in the oven?
In an oven?
Yeah.
Okay. So the main part of our cooking.
Okay.
The most anticipated.
Let's put it inside.
Okay.
So we're gonna wait like next 30 minutes, and that's it.
And that's it.
Oh, that's
okay, great. And while we are waiting for our dishes to be well prepared, I'm going to introduce you with some interesting facts about Serbian cuisine. Serbia's mountainous landscape makes it more practical for farmers to raise goats, sheep and pigs instead of larger livestock. This preference has shaped traditional Serbian cuisine, which prominently features meat dishes and dairy products made from goat and sheep milk. These simple yet hearty foods help keep people warm and allow them to go longer between meals. Many Serbian dishes are linked to Orthodox holidays. For instance, during Easter, people make česinca, a special bread with a coin hidden inside to bring luck. Families come together to break the bread and share the luck with each other. A favorite in traditional Serbian cuisine is gibanica, a simple pie made with thin layers of fila dough and plenty of cheese filling. Sofia Maksimović, the author of a Serbian cookbook from 1913, included 17 different gibanica recipes. Popular varieties have fillings like poppy seeds, cherries, cabbage, spinach, pumpkin, noodles, and semolina. Traditionally, gibanica was baked with dough layers rolled by hand in a wood-fired oven. Serbia is home to several ethnic minorities, each bringing their own culinary traditions. In the Vojvodina region, Hungarians, Slovaks, and Romanians live together, and their recipes influence local dishes like strukle, a layered pastry with cottage cheese, and piroške, small pastries with various fillings.
So, dear
Wow.
guests, it is already done. Please present it to our viewers.
Yeah, I think it's done great.
Yeah.
We did a great job. What do you think?
The color is nice, what I see. So I guess it is time for us to go to our dining room and to try what we did here in
Yes.
kitchen.
Of course.
And keep our conversation
Of
going.
course,
Yes,
of
with
course,
a cup
definitely.
of tea. Great.
So, and the dishes is already done. Here we've got a salad and the main dish of the day. So, with your permission, I guess we should
Yes,
start.
let us start.
Definitely.
Let us try it.
Okay, let me help you with serving the salad.
Great. So yes, let us try. It's good.
What I
Yeah,
can tell,
wow.
yes, it is soft, tender. It's melting in your mouth. So yes, I really, really like it.
And there's a, the taste of cheese, right?
Yes, you can feel it.
Totally love it. Yeah.
So you can eat also with meat, any kind of meat, even here.
Oh yeah. So it can be various
Yes.
fillings. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. Combine it.
Nice. Yes, I really love it. Thank you very much.
It can be both, as I said, the main dish. It can be also a side dish. It can be, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, because it's essentially it started as sort of a cornbread, and then it developed in what it is right now.
With different ingredients. And by the way, we also have something to offer you here on our table. You can see these cheesecakes. Yes, but inside we have very traditional Kazakh ingredient, which is tari. We call it in Kazakh, and it means like a millet, fried millet.
Yes.
So it's very traditional Kazakh ingredient, and Kazakhs used it, for a very long time here in the steppe to keep themselves, energized, in a very severe kind of climatic environment. So please try it. It's not very sweet, so it's kind of healthy, and it's very good for.
And we would
having
like
tea,
to know
yes,
your opinion on this.
Yeah, what do you think?
I like it. Not so sweet. It's very creamy, soft.
Soft, yes. And do you feel this, millet stuff?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very traditional for Kazakh.
It goes well with the tea.
Yes, sure.
So while we still have a time, could you please tell us more about your professional career and how did you met? When you met him, did you know that he's gonna be the diplomat, traveling around the world?
Well, so where should we start? Professionally, I came here from the office, from the department, which was actually dealing with this part of the world. For us, it's basically the department for Eurasia and Russia. And in that sense, as I said, Kazakhstan and this part of the world was not new to me. Before that, I was working as head of the department who was dealing with Americas. I served in Washington for almost 6 years. Before that, I was doing various tasks connected with the international legal department, with various talks and negotiations regarding the EU, regarding the Kosovo issue. Before that, I was doing the regional department. I worked also in our embassy in Skopje, which is now North Macedonia, and before that was over now 22, 23 years. And before that, I was working as a lawyer, starting my career as a clerk in the court, and then working at the law office before entering in the ministry. So to joke, I'm older than I look. So that's
and for the second part of the question,
well, that should be I left that to my wife. Actually, we married during my first service, 20 now, 3
We
years
met
ago.
in Skopje during his first post in Macedonia. I'm originally from Macedonia, so we met there.
It should be very interesting life, spending years in different countries, traveling
It is,
around.
but it was once upon a time it was the same country. So after the split of all republics, now it's each independent country. So we have similarity, but also some kind of differences. But it's okay, it's good.
did he warn you that you're not gonna stay in the same place?
I know that. I know that.
Okay, before we let you go, we've got one more present for you, actually. So
Yes.
here you can find also our national traditional Kazakh sweets with the main ingredient in them, djen.
Thank
which
you
is
very
basically
much.
ground and baked millet mixed with sugar. So share it with your friends, relatives, and
Thank you so much.
It will be, a very good memory about our
Yes.
program and your
Yes.
participation.
So this is
Thank
really
you.
good, looks good.
Yes, yes.
I believe the taste is also
Yes,
good.
taste is also good. Believe us. Thank you again very much. Thank you for sharing your time with us, for sharing these wonderful recipes with us. We very appreciate it, and we wish you all the best in all your future endeavors
Thank you.
with your further staying in Kazakhstan. So, and that's it for this episode. For more programs, you can visit our social media platforms and follow us on Silkway TV channel. See you next time. Bye.